Hello and welcome back to today's episode of the What is K-pop podcast. Woo! Jazz hands! Woo! I'm Chaos personified, if you haven't already guessed. Hi, my name is Sophie. I've been doing this podcast for about a year and a half, and into K-pop for about 4.5 years. The irony is not lost on me that I got into K-pop, and then exactly 3 years later, I decided to start making a podcast all about K-pop. It's a weird thing that I decided to do one day, and here we are. We're still doing it. Yeah, Loki had a paddy around about this. Well, kind of. Loki had a paddy around about this time last year. Basically, what had happened is that on the Spotify for podcasters thing, Riverside or whatever it wanted to be called back then, it basically wouldn't let me I think it wouldn't let me start making a new episode. For some reason, it just wouldn't load the website that I needed to access it. So I couldn't do anything. And luckily, I had already pre-filmed. I think it was around about a week or so before my birthday, so an episode did go up then. And then it was up until Meow's debut, just about a week later, I think. And then I think it was another month before I really started to do it again. Because I remember I started having troubles with uploading stuff when my aunt was around, I think. And I just didn't know how to fix them, so I was like, okay, whatever. I guess this is a good chance to really figure out if this is what I want to do. And then when it came back, I was like, actually, I really enjoy doing this podcast, even if it is just the most casual, not planning much of anything, really low budget, just talking in my parents' front room sort of thing. It's something that's cool. That's only I do, and I haven't, taken after anyone that's in my family. Do you get what I mean? This is a Sophie thing rather than an everyone else thing, which I'm really grateful for. So yeah, no, that was quick little reason as to why I do this. Obviously, if you have seen the title and what are you talking about? Review of a month? What do you mean, August in review? Basically, I track all of the news stories, I guess, that happen in a month, and I talk about it basically. And I guess it's sort of in an effort if you've not really been not really been listening to the news of K-pop that much, you can just listen to some of the stuff that's been happening and feel as though you're still a part of all this. I don't know. I guess I'm doing what I would want to have learned about. I'm doing what I would how do I phrase words? I'm doing the thing that I wish I had for when I became a K-pop fan. I think that's a good sentence. That is a good use of your words, Sophie. Well done. Clap, 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 clap. So yeah, I use Soompi, or K-pop and Koreaboo, which are some of the most fantastic websites ever. And just I sometimes use the good old Twitter, but I use it casually in the sense of not a lot of news stories end up on the actual news sites, or at least things that happen don't always appear on it. So I often will just probably every week or so, I just go on to Twitter and things will crop up that have happened, and so I add them to my list. I found out, what was it, that I think it was a piece of Just Be News. I learned that they were coming back with Just Odd through Twitter, and also I have a lot of these groups. I follow a lot of them on Instagram, so I found out obviously that Just Be were also coming back again for a digital single, I want to say. And so that's kind of that's what I use to figure it out, to work out what's going on. So the categories that I have, because I find them interesting. So I used to just lump them all into a list, and then I was like, I am overwhelmed. We do comeback announcements, we have campaigns, endorsements, and ambassadorships. We have donations, which is like when an idol or a group donates to charity. We have like debut announcements plus like disbandment announcements, any of that sort of stuff. Performance announcements, health/hiatus announcements, agency changes, any legal action that takes place, group changes like in general of like leaving the group, which I guess could have been in debut announcements. I don't know. Births, passings, weddings, and divorces. Because I just kind of decided one time to just lump them all together because it doesn't really tend to happen too much. So putting it together is kind of easiest, but yeah. And then just other stuff that happens. And I actually didn't think that this month had too much going on. And then, like, I wrote it down, or like I typed it down, and I realised it's the same sort of amount that happens every month. I don't know. I feel like sometimes it can be perceived that not a lot happens, but no, it does happen. Yeah, just how you see it, really. So, 8 Turn had their comeback and was released on the 1st of August. Ive's comeback was released on the 25th, as well as AB6. Say My Name's digital single of a cover remake type of thing of Frankie Vivelli's Can't Take My Eyes Off of You was released on the 1st of August, including new member Xion? Seon? Eh, I don't know. Teen Top's comeback was released on the 21st of August, and Esper's comeback will be released on the 5th of September, Treasures on the 1st of September. So, ow! So, literally, in a couple of hours, I just smacked myself in the face. Ow, that really hurt. Day 6's comeback will be released on the 7th of September. Kepler's comeback was released on the 19th of August. Evney had their comeback on the 4th of August. I've not heard anything about that. I mean, granted, I don't think I've listened to... I think I've listened to like 1 or 2 tracks of Evney. To be fair, I don't even know how to say their name properly, so... What was I? Vicha rebranded as Garsta, and they released their song on the 29th of August, which I heard is not that good. So... I don't know. I plan to... Just side tangent. I plan to do an episode at some point talking about Vicha's music, but I don't know. My mum and my sister are at Penrose Garden Centre. Oh, that's nice. Cute. Where was I? CIX, their comeback will released on the 8th of September. Secret Number was supposed to have a comeback this month. Did they have a comeback this month? Secret Number Spotify. Let's have a look ski. Also, my mum had a night shift last night, so I don't understand why on earth they're still out, but whatever. Oh, they did. That was released on the 19th of August with the 4 new members, wasn't it? I don't know. We'll leave Spotify open just in case we need to use it again. Blackpink will hopefully have their comeback by November, but if I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'll be listening to it because I was not impressed with Jump at all. It didn't give Blackpink at all, and I know that a lot of people have been saying that Blackpink's music has they all kind of sound the same, but I would say that Jump sounds so westernized that it doesn't feel like it could have been a Blackpink song, even though it was, like it was too much of a deviation for it to have been good. Soojin released her single album on the 27th of August, Momoland, and Suho will be making comebacks in September. NCT Haechan's solo debut will come out on the 8th of September. P1 Harmony is to release an English album on the 26th of September. Hyolyn from Girls' Generation, she'll make a comeback with a single on the 2nd of September. Crush to have his first comeback in 2 years and he released it on the 20th of August. Way is going to be having a comeback with only 5 members except from Junsu, and ITZY are going to have a Japanese comeback, and ISNA will be making their first official comeback without, well, first official comeback without Ji-yoon being in the group anymore, even though they made two comebacks before then. It's a shame she left, actually. So I thought, to be fair, didn't watch Island 2, so I can't say if she was good. And I don't know her ranking. I think she was like number 2 or something. I don't know if she was a good singer, but I know that a lot of people were upset when she left. So we might see her again. We might not. But it's okay because she can now rest for a bit and then she can figure out what she wants to do. Campaigns, endorsements, and ambassadorships. Do. So this is kind of for me as well, because I got to this sounds so bad, but I got to look at these pictorials because obviously I looked at the news stories when I was like writing them down. I was like, good. So Mingyu is in the car I can't speak. Mingyu was in the campaign for Calvin Klein Fall 2025. Sai is in the Gaps Better in Denim Fall 2025 with a cover of that Milkshake song. You know, the Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard song. Yeah, I liked I don't wear jeans at all, but I did like the campaign. And I did like the choreography. Eyelet will be on the cover for Elle Korea. S Coops from 17 as well is on Boss being the next fall winter 2025. All Day Project released their first CF for Google Gemini, and they are on the cover of Dazed magazine. BTS's V has been announced as Coca-Cola's brand new brand ambassador, and Stray Kids' Felix has been announced as Hera's global ambassador. BTS's V was also on the W Korea September issue, and Stray Kids' Hyunjin is on the W Korea September issue too. Donations. These are both for the birthdays. So Seungcheol made a 50 million Korean won donation for low-income families, and Changbin made a 100 million Korean won donation to the Songsun Medical Center. And 17 made a $250,000 donation to UNESCO. And Kim Ji-woon made a 10 million South Korean won donation to the Hope Bridge Korea Disaster Relief Association thingy. I actually don't know when Ji-woon's birthday is. Ji-woon, December. So did he just do it for fun? Not that you can't just donate money for fun. You can. Feel free to. I'm just saying. I'm like, why did you do that? Like, why did you not again? Not as a bad thing, but I'm like, why did you donate that much money when it wasn't your birthday? Like 10 million Korean won isn't. It's like a fair penny. 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million. Korean won to GBP. 5,420 pounds or thereabouts. Yeah, like, I get it. You know, donating that much money. But I'm like, how? Why? Why that much money? When it's like a couple of months before your birthday, I'm like, well, I guess if you want to do it and you want to be known as, you want to be philanthropic, but I'm like, why am I the problem here? Am I not seeing this? I think I am not seeing it. I'm a little bit confused, if I am totally honest. Just thinking on the basis of philanthropy. Philanthropy. Yeah, because Zero Base One themselves donated $87,000 to the Seoul National University Children's Hospital Sponsorship Association because they got 10 million streams for Doctor Doctor, and it was like under Zeros, which is like their final name. So I'm like, why? Why? You know, that's like an achievement thing. That makes sense. So I'm like, and not makes sense. I feel like I'm sounding as though I'm not like wanting to give money to charity. Give money to charity if you can. I'm like, why just randomly in like August when your birthday's in December, mate? Like, reasons? I don't know. I should also clarify that I've not donated any money to any organisation at this point. I did actually. I donated, this is going to sound really bad, £8 or £7, something like that, to a like an entire organisation that like supports lots of different causes, and I donated it for Pride Month, for like LGBTQ rights. That was back in June though. I feel like I'm a bad person now. I'm just going to shut up and going to carry on. Performances. So Katseye actually cancelled their Summer Sonic Osaka performance because 2 members fell ill. And Manon actually had to sit out of the Tokyo performance because she fainted at the airport, which was not good. Kepler is to have a concert in China. Wendy has announced her first solo tour, and EXID's Soji is also going to have a solo concert. Health hiatuses, announcements, all that good stuff. So the boys' Hyunjae suffered a ligament tear 3 days into the comeback in his ankle, I think it was. Park Bom is to sit out of all activities due to health reasons. Gravity's Jungmo suffers a ligament tear in his ankle. 8 turns Yoon Sung to adjust participation due to back pain. QWER as Chodan to take another break due to knee pain. Billy's Haruna is to return to the group after her home was broken into and she went on hiatus because of that. And Kim Soo-gyum, who is a actor, leaves Gentlemen's League 4 due to chronic illness relapse. Okay, agency changes. Lee Jun-ho, who is in 2PM, established his own agency. Kim So-hyun signed with Peachy Company. Lee Chae-min has left Gold Medalist and signed with Varo Entertainment. And Lee So-yeon has signed with management. Signs with management alum after leaving IKKLE Entertainment. Legal action. Woo. My favourite section, actually. Surprises no. So, Stray Kids is to take legal action against haters. 2 women have been given suspended prison terms for extorting Chuyang. A man has been arrested due to bomb threats at Plav's concert. This. Oh my. Am I written? Question for people who might have gone to this concert. If you have, please feel free to tell me. How does that work? As like just a genuine question, because obviously they're AI like idols, kind of. So is it just that they're on the screens, like obviously like the concert streaming screens thing? Like, is that how it works, or is it like AR or holograms, or like how does that work as like a thing? And obviously the members can't physically see, so how does like fan interactions happen with that then? Like, it's a genuine question. How does that work? So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't understand how it would work, because I've seen obviously like the music show performances, and they just kind of captured the music show and then they kind of mash it all together, and the guys I guess perform in front of like screens and stuff, and then they just kind of get put in somehow. So I'm like, how does a concert work through that? And is it like a fulfilling thing to go and see? Do you feel like happy seeing idols on a screen that you paid to see live because they're not actually real? Or do you see the people behind Plave? How does it work? I'd love to know. Where am I? Hwang Jung-young may be sent to prison for 3 years for 3 years for embezzlement case. Police to question Ban Shi-hyuk. He is also taking legal action against their haters. Chinese BTS hacker has been arrested in Thailand. Kang Daniel is to pay Genie Music Form due to concert revenue shortfall. And another person has been arrested at Jungkook's home. Group changes. Woo. So, as I said, Eisner's Ji-yoon has left the group after 6 months of being on hiatus. TXT have renewed their contract, and Vanna has disbanded after not finding a new company. Well, the official wording is gone their separate ways, but that's short form for you're fucked, we're leaving, and bye-bye. Birth, passings, weddings, and divorces. So Lee Han-hee is to give birth this month, which I assume she already has. And Hong Ji-kyung is to get divorced after 22 years. Kim Jong-kook is to get married. And Chae Eung-jun, who is a part of first generation group Cleo, to get married. And Kang Rin from EUS passed away on 31st of July at the age of 58. Sung Young-kyu has passed away at the age of 52 on the 4th of August. And Aswon's Lee Min passed away at the age of 47 on the 5th of August. So please do rest in peace, those three. Okay, and last section we have is the other ones. Song Hyung-min has left Tottenham Hotspur, or is to leave at the end of the season. I don't know. I started to talk to my dad about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I know about that bloke from Tottenham Hotspur, because obviously he had a Korean surname." So I was like, I don't know how to talk to you about this. I don't know anything about football. Do I look like someone who knows anything about football? If you know me in real life, you'd know I fucking hate football. I had to watch. I think it was the Champions League or something. I had to watch. It was a match between someone and Manchester United, because my dad's a Manchester United fan. And I had to watch it with him. Well, I didn't have to. I wanted to be in the lounge and I wanted to sit and do something. And my dad happened to be watching it on the TV. And I was just like, what is going on? How long is this going to be on for? And he kept on getting annoyed at me for asking that. But I was like, what purpose does watching football give? Because my dad always complains to me that I'm watching Reddit videos, which, fair enough, gets a bit monotonous sometimes, but, you take something, you lose something. I'm like, what is the point of watching football? And I'm sure I've just pissed off a load of people, which I'm like, yeah, fair enough. But also, I don't really care. But I'm like, why football? Why watch 16 blokes try and chase around I assume it's made of plastic now, plastic ball into ropes and a target? I guess the same can be said for rugby, except from that one's a hell of a lot more violent. And I actually like rugby. I liked the New Zealand team, but then they've not really done too well the last few years. And actually on the subject of rugby as well, it was the rugby union or something, and it was the two teams that were kind of the big ones were South Africa and the New Zealand team, Springboks and All Blacks. And my dad kept on trying to talk to me about it, and he kept on giving me all these names, and I assume this is how he feels about K-pop too. But I was like, I cannot remember who is in what team, and he'll explain it to me, and then about 5 minutes later I'm still confused. So I'm like, you're either using nicknames or you're using their surnames, and I'm like, I don't get it. Or in the same vein as like basketball, when my dad said, what was it? Like, I can't remember. He said like something in the prefix of claws. Like, one of them was like pretending to be Santa or something. I don't know. Anyway, so Kim Young Chul, who is in Knowing Bros, I believe, was absent from the 2nd of August episode. The boys' concert was delayed due to a bomb threat. Zero Base One is in talks of extending their original 2.5-year contract. Minnie is the star in the remake of a Thai drama. A Japanese agency apologizes for using group name and logo. That was the exact same as Everglows. Chae Young Hop is to no longer appear in Turtle. Reply 1988 is to reunite for their 10-year anniversary. V from BTS to throw the first pitch of the Dodgers Stadium. Bill Gates, I don't even know why he's doing this, appeared on You Quiz on the Block. aespa reveals a new lightstick, which I love. First time I've ever actually wanted to get a lightstick, actually, was aespa's new one. It's so pretty. Adore has appointed a new CEO. I've got Seven's Yugim to enlist on the 29th of September. Unite's Yun Ho actually got harassed in a not so nice way at a Brazil event. Rowoon is now to enlist on the 27th of October. Jackie Chan. I loved this, by the way. I absolutely love this when I saw the footage of it. So I don't know what it was. I assume it was for a TV show or a film that Jun's been filming in China. But he filmed it with Jackie Chan. Like they were in the same project together. And Jackie Chan forced Jun to be in the middle. And I love it because Jun just wanted to be on the side. He understood the assignment. Like, he's out of bed with Jackie Chan. Like, just go to the side, know your place. But no, Jackie Chan was like, excuse me, I know what the fans want. And you are in the middle, Jun. Get with the times, bro. You are now a middle dweller. And it just made me laugh so much because Jun was like internally, you could see he was just like internally. It was just so good. I loved it. And in some good news, even better news, South Korea's marriage rate has risen the most in 15 years, along with the birth rates. And Jimin and Song Da-eun, who were in like a dating controversy thing, apparently did date for a little bit, but they aren't now. So that's all I'm going to say on that. But yeah, that's all the stuff that's been happening this month, along with some other stuff that you probably didn't care to learn. Yeah, obviously episodes Tuesday, Friday, maybe an extra day here and there. I don't know. Yeah. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode of the What is K-Pop podcast, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye!